All right, what's going on, y'all? Let's go on and get into this. If you want to hear a playthrough of this song, check out my short in the description, and you can listen to me play through it. So let me just jump right into the chord variations. Here we go. Alpha and Omega in the key of D flat. So I've got a G flat triad with an A flat in the bass. Okay. Okay. You are Alpha, and this is my G. This is my D flat chord next. It's basically my C shape, and I'm barring it. And then I can throw in this melody here, and then what is that chord? That is Omega. That's a G flat minor 6 over a D flat. All it is, I'm gonna just walk it out for you. You're going to go back to your D flat. But this is, pinky on the 2nd string, 4th fret, 1st finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then I'm back up on the 4th fret on strings 4 and 5, okay? And then back to my D flat. So then I'm going to come up here. It's a D flat over F. On we worship you, our Lord, you are worthy to be praised. Now you play this a lot throughout the entire song, so you get this, you got most of the song. So on we, go on and play a F minor 7, okay? But then, and you could play that there. That's a nice little substitution, a little darker. But I'm putting my pinky down here, replacing my ring finger, so my pinky is on the. My pinky's all the way up on the 11th fret on the 4th string. We got the melody in there. Worship. This is just a basic G flat major chord. Worship, and then E flat minor 7. But I'm doing a little hammer on. You throw in your little whammy bar, and you do that little hammer on. It sounds a little more gospel-y. And then a D flat. And then I'm picking back through the chord. And so this is an A flat triad. This is basically a G flat, but I've got a B flat in the bass. So it's almost like that C shape slid all the way up to a G flat, but I'm not playing the bass note. So, worthy. Slide this whole shape up 2 frets. 2, which is another A flat. Be praised. So it'd be A flat triad, G flat triad, but it's inverted. A flat triad, inverted, and then a D flat. I'm all the way up here on frets 9 through 11. Okay, that's the verse. You repeat that. And Omega, we worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised. You repeat that. Anytime they do the verse, just do that. You're good. Now, and the second half of the verse is the same thing as the end of the chorus, okay? So now we got to get the we give you all the glory at the beginning of the chorus. So there's 2 different ways I like to play this. One with the melody and the highest note, and the other one is just inverted up, so it just has even a little bit more power. So we give you all, okay, the glory. When you get to re, you're basically back on track to what you played to end the verse, okay? So we is a D flat 2. We give. This is a C minor 7, but with a flat 5, okay? So, basically I've got this shape, C minor 7, but I'm playing this version of it, and then I'm flatting the 5th. So that's what I'm doing. Pinky on the 6th fret, 1st string, I'm barring all the way over here on the 4th string, and then on the 3rd string, so I'm barring to catch string 4 and 2, and the 3rd string I'm putting down on the 5th fret. So we give then you, that is an F7. A lot of people play a sharp 5 there, which is really nice. So you could do something like, but by just playing an F7, I've got the melody. So, and that chord I'm playing fret 6 through 8. First pinky on the first string on the 8th fret, and then I've got my first finger on the 2nd string, 6th fret, 3rd finger back to the 8th fret on string 3, and then my middle finger is going to be on the 7th fret on the 4th string, and then so these two up on the 9th fret, 9th fret, string 1 and 2. I've got my middle 2 fingers on those, and then pinky on the 3rd string on the 10th fret, and then it's so pretty. First finger on the 4th string all the way on the 8th fret. And then I've got my D shape triad. The sliding it all the way up to an A flat. The whole step down to a G flat. And then I'm on glory. Remember the chord I showed you on the verse? Glory. This is a D flat with an F. Technically with an F in the bass, it's like an F minor 7, remember? And then you're sharp in the 5th, depending on how you look at it. We worship. And then on the verse you go, you are, that E flat minor. Lord, D flat, you are worthy to be praised. That same walk up we did. Here's the one difference. That E flat is it's an E flat minor 7, but with a flat 5, okay? So here's a great way to play it. So it's an E flat minor 7. I'm going to flat the 5th, and then it's just easier to grab like this. And I like to invert it up too. Up to here, and you can just pick that out. I'll walk you through it. Second string, 10th fret. First string, 8th fret. Third string, 8th fret. 4th string, I'm up on the 11th fret. And then 5th string, I'm on the 9th fret, so. And you can invert that. And then my D flat major chord. And then you are worthy to be praised, same walk up. Then I can invert those chords to the we give you all, the we give you all. I can invert those up to we give you all. Woo, if you want to. So that's a D flat triad here. And I'm just barring here. So that's all the way up on the 9th, 10th, and 11th fret. And then this is a C minor 7 flat 5. And then an F7. You can also sharp the 5 if you want. And then a B flat minor 7, but all the way up here starting on the 13th fret. So the C minor 7, you can just bar these 4 notes over here on the 8th fret, okay? But I need this one note on the 7th fret, so that puts me doing this. You hear that? So pretty. And then my F, I'm doing the same thing. I'm barring on the 10th fret, but I'm gonna sharp to the 11th fret on the first string. So this is what it sounds like. We give you, and then all the way up to that B flat minor 7. Oh, and then I'm just gonna follow that down to an A flat basic bar chord. The glory. This is that D flat with an F in the bass, or a F minor 7 chord that I showed you, where you're sharp in the 5th. We worship, and then you've got those variations of the E flat minor 7. You are Lord, you are, walk it up, worthy to be praised. That is Alpha and Omega. Hey, Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. This is a wonderful worship song. I've heard a few worship leaders throwing this in more often on some different records, and then just in the church, like it'll just come up out of someone's soul. So I would recommend learning it. Recommend maybe trying to move these variations around a little bit. Maybe even working on your own version where you flip all the variations so that if someone just goes into it in like A flat, you have another way to play it. But in the key of D flat, this all works. And if they move it to C, or if they move it to D, C, D. If they move it to E flat, if they move it to E, all these variations work because they're the same shapes. You would just move them to a different fret. So I mess around with this, get it in your fingers a little bit, because it'll make a huge difference if you're ready to play it. Don't just leave all the goodies to the keyboard player. So God bless you. Hope you have an amazing day. Post in the comments if there's something you want me to go over, something you're struggling with that's a little tough, and like and subscribe. Hey, let's build it up and keep it moving. So God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Keep playing in your church, and I guess I'll see you around.